Hi, everyone. This is Josie Manzano Stetler, and I'm the Planning Practice Director here at Integral Consulting. Today, joining me is Jessica Delgado from PEMCO in Seattle, who is really headlining this presentation. So just a little bit of housekeeping here. We're going to have a Q&A session at the end of this presentation. So if you have any questions, please enter it into the Q&A box. All right. Okay, well, let's get started. So we're going to double your pleasure. Sorry. double your pleasure, double your fun with EPM Cloud and OAC together at PEMCO. Before we get started, I want to mention a few interesting items. Here's an outlook of upcoming webcasts for the next 3 weeks, packed with awesome content. Be sure to register for them through the web. Did you know that PBCS customers can now access the strategic modeling and financial modeling, financial planning modules for free for 1 year? We can help you get started with strategic modeling in 6 weeks or less. So contact us at info@integral.com if you want more details. So this slide just basically tells you that we know what we're doing and we're pretty good at it in the EPM BI space. So we have the resources to execute your vision. So contact us if you want us to help you out with your implementation. Okay, now I'll hand it over to Jessica to kick off her presentation.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jessica Delgado, Director of Financial Planning and Reporting at PEMCO Insurance. And today we're going to talk to you about why we at PEMCO put Planning Cloud and OAC together. And we're going to go over the why, the when, and the how that we put these two great products together, and walk you through our process of how we got there. So let's get going with that today. Before we put these two products together, we had an on-prem solution where we had too many data sources, manual data validations, many data sources that didn't give us available for system reporting that was automated, and really restrictive security models which did not allow enough data visibility. So we moved to move our on-prem solution to the cloud. So on the planning side, we were trying to solve the following issues: manual processes. Our upgrades were painful. We had a clunky end user interface. We needed to be in the cloud, so we were in alignment with our corporate strategy, and we wanted to get off our old servers. On the reporting side, we had a high support level, needed to support the OBIEE design. We had limited audience due to security and licensing issues with our OBIEE. We needed to, again, be in the cloud and align with corporate strategy and get off our old servers. So the when decision tree, so walking through this, when to move to the cloud. Do you have old servers? Yes, no. Do you have limited IT support? We did. So that said yes, move to the cloud. Do you need a brand new solution that you don't already own? We did. Do you currently own an older version, which we also did? And do you have compatibility issues, which we were running into? So it was definitely time for us to start moving things to the cloud, in which we chose to start moving with planning. So as we move through this, I'm going to hand this back to Josie to walk through this graph.
All right, thanks, Jessica. So here's a full landscape of a Oracle BI and EPM solution. Starting with the data sources below, and then right above that, we have your platform as a service tools, which is OAC, as well as Essbase on the cloud. And then above that, we have the software as a service tools, which include FCC or financial close, Consolidation Close, Planning Cloud, and a few standalone tools, which include Narrative Reporting Cloud, Profitability and Cost Management Cloud, and Account Reconciliation Cloud. And then above that, we have our reporting and analysis tools, which include SmartView and the OAC data visualization and BI tools, such as dashboards and Publisher and Day by Day. So you have here, what you see here highlighted in yellow are the solutions that, that PEMCO had implemented. But right now we're focusing on our journey with Planning Cloud and OAC. Next slide, please. A quick overview on Planning Cloud. Undoubtedly, it is the most widely implemented EPM Oracle Cloud business process to date. Planning Cloud offers a highly scalable, centralized planning and forecasting solution. To highlight a few features, even though it has a great web interface, they have a lot of the same features from the Excel interface through SmartView. It also includes predictive planning. You could do what-if modeling with sandboxes. It has the greatest calculation engine in the world in the backend, which is Essbase. And it has customizable role-based navigation flows. Next slide, please. Planning Cloud has all the features from on-premise Hyperion planning, plus a whole lot more. Now, this massive list represents the features currently available, and coming to Planning Cloud, but not available in on-prem at the moment. Planning Cloud comes with pre-built modules developed from best-in-breed practices and approaches that save lots of development time and even future-proof your solution. The modules include financial statement planning, which includes your revenue expense, balance sheet, cash flow planning, workforce planning, capital asset planning, project financial planning, and strategic modeling. Now, these items that were circled, workforce and financial statement planning, are the modules that PEMCO initially deployed. Capital asset planning and projects will be next on deck. Oracle Analytics Cloud, or OAC, is a platform of leading-edge analytic capabilities for data modeling and preparation, visualization, enterprise reporting, and advanced self-service analytics. Next slide, please. Data visualization was deployed at PEMCO. This provides self-service data exploration and analytics. It's connected to the Essbase cubes and ADW for data exploration, analysis, and dashboards. It has a very user-friendly interface, and it's used by the accounting team at PEMCO. PEMCO also implemented the guided dashboards, which provide the traditional button-click dashboard experience, which is appropriate for enterprise-wide visual reporting. So what you see here is lots of use cases for implementing both the OAC and Planning Cloud. But in a nutshell, the use case is basically just taking your EPM cloud data to a wider audience and providing users with cool self-service analytic tools to dive in and mine the data and use high-quality visualizations to tell the story.
So why OAC and planning for PEMCO? Well, for us, it was really about getting the self-service reporting capabilities out to our entire company. We have around 550 both employees, board members, and others that we wanted to have access to our financial information in a way that was easy for them to both get to and to understand and to navigate around. Also, we wanted to be able to have to move to a more secure and easily maintained model for reporting. We wanted planning to do the work of planning and OAC to do the work of reporting. In doing that, it allowed us to have a very easy security model for our users and just doing security around dashboards themselves, which allowed for more reporting visibility for a larger group of people. And also it allowed the finance team or a smaller finance team to also maintain this great reporting tool. So we took a phased approach at our movement to the cloud. So in phase 1, we did a migration of our Hyperion on-prem planning to Planning Cloud. As Josie mentioned before, we leveraged the module, the workforce module, and also put in the financial statement and planning budgeting. We then moved on to moving off of OBIE and moved to OAC and put in dashboards and also used the data visualization components. We then moved into our reporting, getting a common reporting platform using both narrative reporting, management reporting, and BI Publisher for static reporting. And we are currently in our final phase of our movement to the cloud in building out our autonomous data warehouse, which is housing our transactional financial data from our ERP system, as well as selected operational data that we will also be able to visualize in OAC, as well as create BI Publisher static reporting off of. Our end state overall solution, it's a visual of it, there's lots going on there, but really the focus is to provide accurate, timely data in an efficient manner for all of our consumers to make better business decisions. And really trying to find a way to cut down on the amount of reiteration, rework, and causes for issues or problems in the data. So OAC, so our project goals were really to get all of our financials in get our cubes, get everything moved in, and get our repositories built out. We were able to get all of that done on time and moved in a way that was efficient. We were able to get 3 data cubes spun up in OAC, and which was very easy to do, and move all of our data over. At the time that we did it, we also took that the availability of cleaning our data, moving it, and building out all new dashboards, which was great for us. As we moved it out and rolled it out to people, what we really concentrated on was the user experience, making sure that all of the, not only was all the data correct, but also that it was easy to move through the dashboards, the prompts were good, that everything moved together, that people could easily get to it, that there was really good integration for everything. And we were able to bring in all pieces of our financial statements and the data that supports that using both flat files, our financial cubes, and also in the future, we'll be able to also bring in the transactional data so that we can have action links that will be able to take you from a financial statement perspective down into the detail that supports it. This is going to allow both high-level users that just want a summary version, as well as users that are more into the detail to be able to get to what they want. And we'll stop some of the email questions and allow for more of a self-service experience. In doing so, we really we utilized ability to have a flattened account and scenario functions in our Essbase cubes, which really allowed for better visualizations. And that was a big improvement over what we had when we had built out our OBIEE on our original rollouts.
OneCloud was deployed at PEMCO as a data integration solution. It is a platform that enables business users to build integrations and automation without any technical knowledge. And that's right, I said business users, not IT. It's code-free and it's GUI-driven. Next slide, please. OneCloud is an integration platform as a service. It is used for all the data integration throughout PEMCO's cloud systems. Planning Cloud, OAC, Cloud Essbase, and in the future, it would also be used with Financials Cloud.
The reason that we chose OneCloud, one of the reasons of many, was how easy it is for our financial users to actually manipulate and move the data back and forth between all of our cloud systems. There's not coding. It's got such a great user interface, and we're able to do our data movement between EPBCS, our planning, the OAC. We've got multiple cubes. And it's been really a wonderful change from where we had to rely on IT to move data for us, and also the complex mapping and other things that we had to do. We did utilize FDMEE before, and that solution is also that has served us well. But for our future, we're looking forward to using OneCloud to utilize for all of our data. We're able to set up these chains, and our team has really been able to dive in and learn a lot, and it continues to just expand and get better. And as Josie pointed out, right now we're able to use it between planning and OAC. But we are in the process of working on our integration with OFC, and in the future we'll be using it exclusively. So our cloud migration timeline, as I started to talk about before, kind of overall, we have this phased approach where we moved through in 2018 a planning cloud migration. In phase 2, we worked on OAC Essbase Cloud, and worked on our BI dashboarding. In 2020, it's been all about reporting and bringing on narrative reporting and management reporting. And this year, we're working on our ADW, and we've just kicked off working, moving off of PeopleSoft on-prem to Oracle Financials Cloud. With that will be our final piece of moving to the cloud. For all of our financial tools. So what did we learn during this journey? Well, one of the things that we learned was really to think through the migration cutover strategy. What we did was keep our on-prem solution in place, and what it did cause extra work for the finance team in that we had to keep the on-prem dashboard and reporting moving at the same time as we were working on movement to the cloud and keeping all the data in sync. But it was just really good that one day we switched over and everybody went from the old dashboard to the new, and it worked really well. The other thing I thought that was a good decision was not migrating our old FR reports or any of our old analyses from OBIE. We started from scratch on everything. And we had gone through and done an analysis around what do we like from what we built before, but what do we want to improve, and took that opportunity to rebuild in a way that was more efficient and better end user experience. And The other thing we learned, at least on the planning side of things, was to be really careful about the Oracle out-of-the-box stuff versus what do you build in your hierarchies. Just in terms of when the monthly updates happen, just making sure that your stuff, is going to be retained and not be overwritten. So those are there's a lot of little things to kind of think through, but it's been really a great experience over the last 2 years. So the benefits that we've achieved overall is that we've got, we've got reporting for all. We've got a self-service reporting in place for all employees to go to. We have ended up with secure dashboards for everybody based on access requirements. And we've got a really good system that finance is able to maintain. And where are we today is that we continue to build out our dashboards. We've got a laundry list of dashboards and requests come in that we continue to build out and add more. We are almost done with our build out of the ADW, and we are getting ready to move into some of the mobile features, which we have not started to take advantage of yet. We're excited about that. And we are midway in our movement to Financials Cloud. So we're just plowing along, but as of, I would say, January 1st, 2021, we should be 100% there in the cloud. And that's
okay. Thanks, Jessica. So we have lots of time for Q&A. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and type them in. Right now, I don't see any questions. Okay, now we do have a question. Now that OAC no longer has Essbase, what is your go-forward plan with those cubes currently in OAC?
We are planning to move to get the Essbase, and so we'll be updating that so that we
to
have
19C,
that.
right?
Yeah. So we'll be doing that here pretty soon. Like probably as soon as we go live with our Financials Cloud, we'll be making that change. Yeah.
Okay. What types of critical reports were created for executives?
So we've created a lot of profitability reporting, but we've also created one of the things that we really like about the Planning Cloud is the navigation flows. So we've done our security models based on navigation flows instead of actually securing the hierarchies, which has allowed us to provide people visibility to the full profit and loss statement. Whereas in our old on-prem, we had security at the department level, which would not allow somebody to run a full company P&L. So the benefit of doing security on a navigation flow instead is that we've got people living in groups. Allows us to have some special reports for executives only. And so they've got an executive navigation flow where we've got reports that live there for them. They're able to get a glimpse into our monthly close process before we close the books as we're bringing data into the BSO. So we bring our data from PeopleSoft into the BSO multiple times throughout the day. During the close process, we don't move it to the ASO until we've closed the books. So they get a glimpse. So we've got some critical kind of analytic reports that allows them to see what's going on before the books are closed. Also glimpses into budget variance and versus last year reports. We've also built those same sort of analytic reports for the accounting team so they can get a look at things before they close the books. So we've done some stuff to help the actual financials be more accurate, which I think has been really good. It also has made things cleaner. Things are getting corrected within the month instead of waiting until the next month. But the thing that's really helped is using the navigation flow. So we're able to build out some really great reports. But we've created, lots of budget variance reports, profitability, margin reports. We've got, versus prior. We've got forecasting. We've done all sorts of really great things in planning, using all the different versions that we can use, and so it's been really good.
Okay, next question. Where do you report, where do you report plan out of? EPBCS or in the reporting Essbase cubes or OAC or all of the above?
So people can't, so we do have, you can go into planning, EPBCS, and you can go to your navigation flow, and we have all their FR reports are there, right? And so we've got everything there because we've got groups of reports. We have data going back 10 years in planning. So we've got a lot of data back there. We only brought forward 5 years worth of data into OAC. And so there's a little bit more data in planning, so we could do some trended budgeting and whatnot. But so if you want historical reports with historical history trended, you might want to go there. We've got, we've organized it so you've got, historical trended reports, you've got actuals versus prior, actuals versus budget. So people can go there for more of a catalog of reporting. But what we do is we bring, after the month end is closed, we push it up to the SO, and then all the reports are tied to that. But we also then move it to OAC. So the dashboards are never changing during month end close. They just get updated once close is done. And so the dashboards get prompted using a substitution variable once the month end close is done. And so most people use OAC as their reporting because we have dashboards for actuals, which is just about trended. We also have budget variance dashboards. We have budget review dashboards. We have investment dashboards. We have also, I don't know, we have like maybe 20 different dashboards. But we have a bunch of dashboards that are updated, and the all employee dashboards that we've done that are not as detail oriented, that go on like our, we call it home port, but it's like the main interface where employees go to and they click a button, they can get to it. That's how most people ingest our financial data. So they're going to OAC to get to it. Our budget owners though, and the planners, if they want to really drill in and do the expandable FR reports and stuff, they're going to click into Hyperion. What we've done though is I've put hyperlinks on the dashboard so they can easily, like if they're on a dashboard and they want to go into Hyperion, they can click in there and they can go into planning. So we've made it so you can kind of go back and forth. So that's how it's working. We've just now put in narrative reporting, so we've started to roll some stuff out that way. But management, we're moving to management reporting so we could have multi-source data. So the idea is that I'm going to start pushing people to using that instead of FR. And so I think it depends on who you are at our company as to where you would go. But the data is all there. We've built the report, so it's kind of like what kind of report do you want and when are you looking for it? If you were trying to get the report during the close process, it'd be in planning itself, which is where we're putting data as we're closing the month end. If you're trying to look at, trended, visualizations and whatnot, obviously you're going to be in OSC. But if you're a regular employee at the company, you're going to be looking at the dashboard.
Okay. Let's see. Next question. What has been your experience using the financial module instead of creating a custom application? Did you enable balance sheet and cash flow functionality as well?
We didn't use any of those. And mostly it's because we used our own chart of account hierarchy. So as an insurance company, our chart of accounts is just really different. And our balance sheet is not like a GAAP company at all. And so we really couldn't use any of the out-of-the-box financial statement hierarchies at all. So all of our chart of accounts are outside of the out-of-the-box ones, which means we had to build all of our own financial statements, so we didn't utilize any of that.
Right, yeah. So the financial module is deployed. However, its income statement is customized for the
Yeah.
most part. Yeah, and we did not enable balance sheet and cash flow at this time.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right, next one. Traditional finance users, at least at my company, want to do a lot of offline reporting, i.e. Excel. So getting this to move to dashboard type reporting is difficult. Do you have that type of OCM problem? And if so, how did you deal with that?
We do. So we have put SmartView on everybody's machine, and we've done SmartView training, and we've attached their SmartView to our OAC cube. So so nobody has access to planning, but people can get to OAC. So they're basically getting the same reporting data that we've whittled down, so there's no confidential. So the other thing is we don't bring any confidential data into OAC. So there's nothing coming from workforce. We only bring in our financials at the summary level. So that way, when people can access the data, and if they want to, they can do whatever they want in SmartView. I don't care, right? So they can take it in SmartView. They can also, if you're in, whether you're in DV, people have access to DV. People also can export the dashboards that we've created, and they can do what they want with them. So we've allowed people to be able to get to the data and do what they want there. The thing is that there's this whole thing around, we've created these dashboards for you to make it easy. In the end, if they take it and manipulate the data and it turns out to not be the right number, it's not our responsibility, and it's going to be bad for them because it still needs to tie to the number that we've reported. So but we have provided SmartView to everybody, and they can reach out to our financial analysis people and get training for that. So we provide that to all the new people in the company, and we have analysis groups that will get together and talk about that. And also we've got a request inbox. So if people want something built because they want to look at it a different way, we've created specific dashboards for like our team. So like our product team, our sales team, they've had requests of the reason that they want to go take data and go do their own analysis or their own dashboards or their own reports is because they want to look at it a certain way. And the approach we've taken is, well, just tell us how you want to see it and give it to us and give us a request and give us your design and how you want to do it. And then we built it for them. And now they're really happy. So mostly they don't do it anymore because they just get to open up OAC and go to their product dashboard and they get to look at it the way it is. And, and they don't need to do anything. And then they look at it, they go, oh, this is so great. Oh, can you add this? Can you add that? Can you add this? And what it's actually done is it's allowed them to free up their own time. They don't have to do it. The data is correct. They don't have to worry about the data if somebody made a mistake. And also on our end, us doing that little bit of work, because to build the dashboards is really easy, and it doesn't take that much time. So for us to do it once helps everybody, and it gets people on our system, which means now they're going to look at other dashboards. They're going to accept it and want to use it more, which is it's really gotten to be a bigger thing at our company. So us doing the work for them has really helped everybody get on board.
Okay. I think this last question, you've pretty much answered most of it. Why did you choose OAC reporting over narrative reporting for your financial data? Anything to add to that? I know you've actually covered a lot of ground on that question.
We do have narrative reporting, and we're using it for quarterly budget reporting, but we're using it for like workflow purposes. So narrative reporting is great because you want to, so we've rolled it out to be able to do quarterly reporting. It allows you to have reviewers. We've got our FR and our MR reports tied in there. We've built in some data, some visualizations. We've done a really really great work with those. And this is our second quarter now running through this process. So what we use narrative reporting for is to grab all our reporting pieces and to be able to have for internal audit and also for external, is to have this ability to use the workflow and to show that we've had actual approvals, review, and sign off in terms of our financial statements and our budget review process. And so that's what we're using that for. And so for that purpose, it's great. It is kind of a bear in terms of there's a lot of maintenance and back end work you have to do to set people up and to do stuff. You still have to create the reports. So narrative reporting is just about bringing in reports and other verbiage and other things. So it's just a mechanism to move all these pieces you put together to people. And so so in that way, it works great. And we really love it. And so it's doing exactly the job that it's supposed to, but it's not really made, in my estimation, to be the reporting tool for your company in terms of, hey, everybody go out and look at the financials for the month. The other thing is that, you know, for most people that aren't in finance, being able to look at a front, you know, we have our financials, we've picked the best ratios. Is the most important thing for our company in terms of insurance, you know, that you need to know. What are the ratios, the statistics, the metrics? We've got all that on the front end visually. We do have some tabs on our dashboards where we've actually built P&Ls that are pivot table looks. So you can actually export that and it looks like a P&L. So you don't even have to run a report. So we've done all that work so people can easily get to it. Narrative reporting is, you know, it comes in your email. We're more about, we would rather not be sending stuff through email. I just want people to be able to log on and pull something up. So so it's worked out really good, but the narrative reporting has been a really great tool for internal control and control processes, and to be able to prove that you've had sign off and actually get people to know that you've checked that box.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we've covered all of the questions. So just wait here if there's any more questions that come in. Other than that, I think we're good. So so Jessica, just to recap. So your journey, your 4-phase journey, started in 2018?
Yep.
Yeah. And you're almost there, completely migrated to the cloud.
Almost there, yeah.
Almost there, yeah.
Yeah, we've got the Oracle financials are coming in, and then we're going to do a few more little things like account reconciliation, I think, after that. And then I think we'll have to do some updates for our OAC and Essbase. And then I think we're, you know, for the time being, we're good. I don't know. We'll probably add something else after that, you know. Don't like to sit still very long, but yeah, it's been really good. And I do know, I mean, our team, we have a small team that's just 4 of us, and so and we do all the financial system admin stuff as well as doing the analysis and the budgeting. So they really are interested and they really love doing what they do because it changes all the time. But we're just loving. I was a little bit scared about getting off-prem, I'm not going to lie, but really liking. I
remember, I was there.
I know.
Talk you down off the ledge a couple times. So
I know it. But it's been great, and you guys were really great helping us get there with all these projects. So I appreciate that.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much. I think that pretty much concludes it.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.